deck for Steve.
Yeah, just call them out, man, because you know they're
Oh.
there.
I'll pick another angel. It's angel power wisdom cards. I'll see if something pops out for him. Oh, yeah, right away.
Yeah, just
Look up, perfect for him. Look up, look forward. Welcome new developments for positive change. And that kind of goes with what his message I heard from him. So
He'll appreciate that. Now we don't have the I refer to them as the shitty cards, right?
the shitty cards.
Yeah.
The tarot?
No, that Taylor always pulls. I always refer to shitty.
No, we don't. Because those are her specialty.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's great at them.
I would read some of them and I couldn't come off with them like a straight face like she does. That's why I like to pull one when she pulls one, because I mean 99.9 times they're almost the exact same cards, but they're just worded different. And I laugh.
Yeah, Taylor's cards are pretty funny. And we are live, I think. Yes, we are. I did it. And I didn't mess it up. Look at that.
Woohoo!
Keisha. Awesome.
Who's jumping in?
Keisha. So then Roxanne, fine if you want to offer her going out, Sylvia going out doing healings,
Okay.
or clearings or whatever. I'm fine with that. Whatever, we'll just roll.
All right.
Because we'll have enough folks on here to give messages now. Keisha, Mark, you, Liz, Justin.
Everyone else but Roxy. Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Be
Yes.
fun.
I squeaked in here.
So I think you know how we're live. I think you know how we handle these. I mean, Sylvia usually jumps out and does some aura healings and cleansings and stuff. And we all just, questions come in. Roxy tells us what to do and gives us the chat messages, and then we just jump in, man.
Okay.
Whatever you get, just jump in and go.
Every once in a while we cut each other off. We're like, no,
Yep.
you go,
You know,
no, you go,
yeah,
no,
there's
you
no
go. And
ego
then whoever
here.
succeeds and
No ego. You can step on our toes. It doesn't even matter. Just go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just give her what you got.
as I said, they laugh. You know, Sylvia and Justin give these long flowing answers, beautiful readings. I go, I see a duck, you know.
Hey, but still, that's
but
something.
but you know, those little things resonate with people. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, give me just a second. I'm trying to switch screens. We all know Taylor's a tech savvy one, so.
No problem. No problem at all. Mark, we're at least listen, I know Justin's having a workshop in September. You probably saw that in the thread.
Yes.
We're going to jump out.
Oh, awesome.
What we're going to do, we have absolutely no idea, but it really doesn't matter. We're just going to come out.
Okay.
We do something, we do something. Right.
Sounds good to me.
Just show up.
There we go.
Yeah, pretty much.
All you can do.
Take it from there.
It's going to happen.
I think we'll get a lot more out of it doing, since we've been doing, you know, the Reiki classes now, and
Oh, yeah.
we're getting ready to go to 3. And
Awesome.
no, we always kind of knew how to do it. we were doing it without even realizing what it was called. So
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You know, that Reiki's just to give you a baseline anyway. You know, like I hold my masters, but I don't practice traditional Reiki. You know, I don't do tools and all that.
everyone I notice is different,
Mhm.
but we were all kind of natural without Justin. He just had his like, here, read this. We read that. And he goes, okay, let's go. And we all knew how to place our hands. We all kind of knew how to move. And it was kind of really cool doing it for the first time. It was like, whoa, it's like so natural.
Yeah. You know, when I met the Reiki guy that got me going in Reiki, he was a Reiki master, but he actually wouldn't let me take a class in the beginning. You know, and I think that's once we realize it's in us, it's it's just the way we are. You know, just move through it intuitively, and you can give it whatever name you want. You know,
Mhm.
I think we all move energy and do that kind of stuff. And if you guys got to see me the way I work, there's other people looking at me like, what is that guy doing?
Well, I don't think that we ever get in over our skis.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we do often look back and go, that's what I was doing the whole time, right? But to, get in over our skis is just not, well, that's fine. Okay, bring it. Oh.
All right.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
Is Cyrus going? We'll just let
Looks
him
like
come
Justin's trying to get here.
up. Okay. Is here, maybe here. All right. Thank you everyone for joining our live circle this Friday. Yes, it's Friday. I'm Roxy. I'm your MC for the night. Hello, Two Faces. Today we have Pam, we have Liz and Mark, and I think Justin, who's coming in. Justin, Osiris, and Pam and Sylvia. So while everyone's coming in, I have some questions, and I'll go back to doing the about yous because people have already started, and apparently Sylvia wants to start too. So, here we go. Everyone is saying hi. Anna M would like to know what's for her. So I guess she wants to know her messages.
So I'll go ahead and go first. That's Kairos. Hello, everybody. I'll be quick. So I'm going to go to my angel numbers, which is what I usually end up. So Anna, thank you for coming, dear. What I see all of you are fives. I see triple fives, which are the triple fives are the angel numbers, and what those represent are that there's a major change that's coming in your life, and in a certain situation that you have going on. You actually have three things on your mind. 1, 2, and 3 is what I'm getting. But the first one, the fives represent that one, and that change for that is coming. That the line for that, what was once a long line, if you will, to being resolved or concluded. I don't like the word resolved because it's positive. It ends positively for you. So for it to come to fruition is probably a better word. That will be happening very soon, dear. Not as soon as you would like. And I'm getting definitely not as soon as you would like. The date I keep getting is April, which is into next year, dear. But you've got a lot of things to do on that before this finishes up. But what I can tell you is that it will finish up very well. So the fives are angel numbers. So you're blessed with angels. So that in of itself tells you that you're being helped. And that there are a lot of very very strong guides and those from like they're working on it. So you just have fives all over you there, which I just love. And with those, also just one last point, and then I'll sort off. Someone's going to talk. Make sure that just keep your eyes open, because you'll see when that opportunity presents itself to finalize that and bring it to fruition. So just keep your eyes open, and you won't miss it. You won't miss it anyway, because we won't let you. But that's what I've got. I've got triple fives everywhere. So
I'm going to kind of piggyback on that. I immediately heard slow down. Don't make any, don't jump. Don't make any rash decisions. You have plenty of time to think things through. And I feel that you're doing kind of like this. Just slow down. You have the time. Don't make any rash decisions. And then a card just popped out for you. It's a beautiful angel card, and it says infinite potential. So I hope that helps.
it's lovely.
When I picked up a few things for you, the first things your guides are telling me is you need to focus a little bit. Your energy is too scattered at the moment. Focus in on exactly what it is that you want to experience or to even create. It's almost like there's something coming up that's going to kind of require a move, but that's not now. So kind of keep yourself in the here and now for just a few minutes. Rather than taking action physically, let's mentally focus and manifest. So put the energy out before you. So when it's time for you to physically take action, everything will be laid before you, and you won't have to search, and you won't have to battle. It won't be a challenge. Everything will simply just go with ease and grace. I hope that helps.
Kayla S. would like to know if there are any messages for her.
I'll go ahead and start with Kayla. Is it that's okay? I'll try to be brief. Hello, Kayla, dear. Bless you, dear. Love you, glad you're here. Hello to the family. Typically, dear, you're always you always have that beautiful bubblegum pink. But tonight, and which is lovely, and it means so many wonderful things. But tonight, your aura is a beautiful, lovely, grounded red. Which I love to see. You know, you grow to that, you evolve to that, and the pink is beautiful and lovely. And I know I've talked about that a lot, but you grow and you evolve into the red grounding, which of course is the root chakra, of course, which relates to the connection with your physical body, your emotional, the emotional healing which you're dealing with. And et cetera, et cetera. It the red is always associated with individuals on this plane that are fearless, which you are. I think I know that about you. So that's a compliment. Also, you have a natural ability to manifest the things that you want from nature and from the natural world. So there's also a red. So you're good at manifesting, which I know that you are. You've always done that, and you're one of our straight A students. But you always do very, very well about that. You're dynamic. You're abundant in adventures. Happy, lovely, and you always, our reds always have the feeling of being lucky, which is real and true, right? Along with help from some guides and a few angels around you, which we know you have as well. But you also have that feeling of being lucky. You also, our reds are tend to be strongly driven in life and quite restless, which you are, all compliments, Medea. And I just have one last thing about that is looking at it. So that has evolved, and what I've seen before is there were some one specific health issue that I saw in your aura before that I've cleaned out. And I think I'm fairly certain I'm hearing and I'm feeling that you're not experiencing that as much as you were, dear. So this new color is moving you and you're evolving into a more healthful and healthy life and situation, just so you know, because I know you've had some frustrations and some other things with that. So you're moving in the right direction, dear, and bless you, and love you, love to all. And I'm very glad you're here, and I hope that helps you, dear.
I don't per se have a message for you, but what I saw, and I saw a beautiful angel with you with these huge wings, and they were blue and white and pink. And this angel wanted me to tell you, to let you know that she was with you. I don't know if that resonates with you. But they definitely wanted me to tell you that they are with you and around you. And then I pulled you an angel card, and it says, beautiful souls, you inspire and uplift others. But that certain angel definitely wanted to remind you that she is with you. So I hope that helps.
Excellent. I'm going to kind of piggyback off of that. The first image that I got was of someone soaring, flying through the air. However, on the bottom of the ankle is an anchor or a weight that's pulling her downward. And so the ankle, the weight there is actually, they're saying, is an emotional energy, an attachment that no longer serves you. So this means that you're paying too much attention to something that isn't in your greatest interest to hold on to. It's usually just stuff that's not yours to deal with. Just a simple message, just drop it and soar. I hope that helps.
Lindsay M as in Mary, would like to know if there are any messages for her.
Well, I've got hello, Lindsay. I've got eights all over you. So angel numbers. I've got 888s swirling all around you, even across your eyes. Couldn't miss them. So again, first of all, you have angels with you. So that's wonderful and beautiful. So congratulations, you attract them. You know, that doesn't just happen. So as happenstance, you attract them. So that's quite lovely. The eights are that you're on a certain path, you're on a correct path, and that you've learned so much from that path, and to keep going on it, that the certain direction that you're heading is the correct direction, which you've had a question about that. So you are on the right path, yeah, and you are headed in the right direction. And then also the 888s tell us that if you have, you may get messages for others, or you may send spirit messages, or you may just have other information, maybe input, or you know, someone asks you for advice or something like that, which I think happens with you quite a bit because you're a very strong leader. And when you've got that information, these aids tell me that you uplift individuals. You're a blessing to them. So you're their angel. Yeah, I think is what I want to say, dear. You uplift them and you help them find their way. So that's quite lovely, and that's what I'm seeing. I hope it helps you, dear.
I saw your guides very happy. They really didn't give me any messages, but it was kind of cute because they held out their hand and I took it and they spun me around and wanted me to tell you, have fun, dance, laugh. That makes them happy. Don't be so serious. Have fun. That brings up the vibration in the whole room. You could be having a party in your head and it lifts the whole vibration of the room without anyone knowing it. But they are definitely some fun guides.
So the first thing I got when I tapped into you was a stream of energy that comes down through you that almost feels like anxiety that goes down into the stomach. A lot of times you're thinking it's anxiety and it's a lot of energy built up. What I'm picking up from your guides is this is an energy that's being channeled down through you, through your crown. They're calling this a download that's coming in. At times it may cause a headache or a migraine for you just in general when you have a lot of energy coming in at that particular source. Your guides are asking that you ground that energy as it comes in to integrate the information that's being transmitted to you, okay? I hope that helps.
All right. Cindy T. I'd like to know what messages you have for her.
Well, I'll step out the first. Hello, Cindy. It's lovely to have you here, dear. I'm so glad that you're here. Well, I was so blessed, I was love to visit with you. So, I don't usually see spirit animals with you, but I do tonight. I see it's beautiful. It's a jaguar sitting to your left. And let me just tell you what that represents, because that's very, very strong. The jaguars, it's really what we refer to as our gatekeeper for any of the unknown. It's really a certain mystical totem, if you will. It's known as a mystical totem. Again, very strong, very beautiful. They offer, what they do is they provide you with lessons in your life about reclaiming your life and things that you want, and reclaiming feelings, things, thought, something. And I'm not talking about looping or anything, just reclaiming maybe something you lost. Like, this is just an example. This isn't specific to you, but happiness. I'm just using that as an example. You used to always be happy. So it helps you reclaim that feeling again, and gives that back to you. So that's what they're there for. The jaguar is, keep in mind that with the spirit animals, sometimes they come and go, right? They show up sometimes like some guides to walk you through certain situations, and some of the totems do that as well. So help you through a situation, and then they'll depart, once that has been, the goal has been achieved. A couple of other things about that. Again, I mean, they're very strong. They're very large paws, great strength, very strong jaws, great strength, but that also then gives you and helps you and assists you with communication, dear, and working through things. They also have a lot of healing power as well. And I've always kind of seen some green around you, green and some orange. So that's quite beautiful. And there to help you with some things that you've got going on, some lessons that you're running through right now. So it's quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. And I hope that helps you, John. I'm glad you're here. Bless you.
Um, I saw a white horse, which to me symbolizes strength and the magic inside of you. I drew you a card and I got health. And this one says, it's the time to focus on your health. You've been living a hectic pace for some time, and it would be wise for you to take a break and allow yourself to relax and rejuvenate. Give thanks for your health, for your body and your mind, and remember to make your health a high priority. So I don't know if you've been running yourself down, but you need to think about your health. I hope that helps.
All right, Cindy T. From your guides, I picked up a few different messages. The first one was self-sacrifice does not help you, just in general, so you know that. So when it comes to anything such as health or anything like that, you must learn to take care of yourself first and foremost, okay? They also said go after the things that it is that you desire. Concentrate and focus on a harmonious outcome to experience things a little bit more easily. The most important message is the last one, and they're asking that you kind of work in silence. Like as you are making these corrections or going after what it is that you desire, we ask that you do this in silence. Most of the time, people can hear you coming. So just create your plan and make it happen. The only reason that they're asking that you work in silence is because whenever you share your plans, a lot of times when other people share their opinions, it actually changes exactly what you were planning to do at that moment, and you do it with their influence on it, okay? So go ahead and use your own guidance system to go ahead and perform exactly what it is that you need, okay? I hope that helps.
Maddie C would like to know if there are any messages on her.
I'll go first if that's okay. So hello, Matty. So beautiful, dear. It's always so lovely to have you. We've got angels again, and I've got the triple nines all over you. I'm looking, because now I saw threes, but the nines have come back. So what the nines tell us, dear, is that you've reached the end of a cycle of something that you're working on. You've got quite a few things that you're always working on, with your little ones, etc. But you've reached the end of a cycle of something that's very important to you. It's a very important point. I think you know what it is. I'm not going to it. But you've reached the end of the cycle on that. And that's it. One door closes and the next one opens. And I'm told to tell you very specifically that it doesn't mean the word departure. That's not a key word here. So that's not what it is. So just maybe reshape that and look at that a little bit differently, yeah, because that's not the key word here. I want to make sure that I get that in there. But with that situation, that thing that we're not going to talk about, you have to reframe it and look at it differently. Accept, forgive, reframe, give it lots of love and understanding, and hold it tightly. And it'll be fine. It'll be just fine. So, yeah. That's lovely, beautiful, dear. I'm so glad you're here. And hello to the family. Hello to everyone. Bless you, dear. That helps you.
I heard take care of yourself. Don't get overwhelmed. And then I pulled you a card and it says releasing. And it says when you hold on to feelings of anger, hurt, and jealousy and resentment, you allow their negative energy to build up inside us. ensuring that the pain we've experienced at some point in the past continues to cause suffering. So something that you've been holding on to, work on releasing it so it can't keep hurting you. Because if you don't, it's just going to come back. And when it comes back stronger each time. So release that shit.
Well, perfect, Liz. My message is kind of right along that line. Okay, so literally the first thing they said was word vomit. If you do not start expressing what's going on, it is going to be explosive when you finally do. And it's building up like really soon. You don't have a lot of time left before that happens. So they're saying you should probably do a little bit of venting. Okay. And so they told me to tell you about the trash can method, which is taking just a little small trash can, putting it between you and your cell phone, whoever you're talking to, just in general. The whole reason for a trash can is to absorb anything that is trash. So the things that you're saying whenever you're venting aren't being created by the universe. Okay. So use the trash can and put that in between you and just go for it. Just let it out, because there's some things that you've been holding in for way too long. In fact, they said whenever you think about it too much, they showed me like you literally beating a dead horse. And it says you're beating the horse. It causes a headache on the right-hand side of your head right here. So it's time to let go of some of that energy, some of those emotions that no longer serve you. Go ahead and bring in the things that you actually desire. It will be a lot easier to focus on the things that you desire than the things that you are angry about. I hope that helps.
Thank you. So now that we're halfway in, I want to circle back and do the intros so our newcomers know who you are. So we have Pam with us today. Pam has 30 years of experience as a gifted teacher, medium, and healer. She works with her guide Sylvia to provide accurate and complete messages to help people in any situation. In collaboration with Liz, Taylor, and Rob, she assembled a partnership of living spiritual guides to teach and aid the growing community. In her free time, she enjoys running and developing her army of German Shepherds. Hi, Pam.
Hello, it's Sylvia. She's here. I'm here. Hello. Thank you. Lovely introduction, Rossi. Thank you.
We have Liz. Liz is a talented medium, psychic, and empath. She's wonderfully gifted when it comes to crystals. In her free time, Liz can be found adopting poor, unfortunate crystals from rock shops around Colorado.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Liz also promotes others to adopt crystals. Every time I think I shouldn't buy it, I say, what would Liz do? And then I buy it.
I'm not good for your pocketbook.
And we have Justin. Justin is a medium, Reiki master, psychic development instructor. He specializes in shadow work, demonic spirit, and black magic removal. In his free time, he runs a holistic healing center. Hi, Justin.
Hi, thank you guys for joining in.
And Mark. Thanks for joining us today, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark
Sorry, my
and
wrong name is on the screen.
Oh, that's okay. Mark's a Navajo. He's been doing energy work for about 14 years. He has a Reiki Master Certificate, but he doesn't practice traditional Reiki. He just goes with his instincts and moves the energy to get things flowing properly. He loves teaching other people to find their own gifts. His goal is to empower other people so that they can find themselves, and then for those people to help others. Welcome, Mark. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Our energy is humming tonight.
Yes, welcome, Mark. I'm so glad you're here.
Get back to messages. Steve R. would like to know if there are any messages for him. I think there were messages before you even got here, Steve.
Got messages for Steve 2 hours ago. I heard it is what it is. Stop struggling and just for those answers. They will come and you can't force it. And they kept saying it is what it is. Accept it. And I pulled you a card. And I love this card for you. It says, look up, look forward, welcome new developments for positive change. And it says, the angels encourage new developments as change and transformation are occurring. Life requires a fresh, positive approach to bring out progress. Embrace positive change to move forward in your life. So I hope that helps.
I'll go very quickly, Liz, tomorrow. Love to all, love to family. So I'm coming back to the numbers again. You've got angels everywhere, but I'm seeing four ones on you, which are angel numbers. And what those tell us is that you're in the right place at the right time, and that everything that's happening to you and on your path is for your highest and best good. So I don't see those too often. So that's quite lovely, dear. And then I keep hearing okay. Oh, there was a recent birthday party. Okay. I don't think I was invited to that, but there was a recent birthday party, and your youngest, I see her keeping a bell, so she's chiming a bell. Looks like it's a small bicycle, tricycle, is what it is. Just adore her. She's got just a beautiful aura around her. Gosh, she's one of our very dark pinks. So anyway, she's quite lovely. I just kept hearing this bell, so I had to zero in on that and see what that was. She's so cute, so lovely. We'll have a chat about her another time, but she's quite the beauty, you know. She keeps you on your toes anyway. Lovely. I'm glad you're here, dear. Bless you. And your grandfather sends his love. Glad to have you, dear.
Okay, Steve, I picked up a few things for you. The first thing that I did when I tapped your energy field was I found something called a PK manifestation that is attached to you that actually is roaming around like in your room and in the house with you. It makes random little noise, almost like a little crackling noise is kind of what I'm hearing in general. But a PK manifestation is a psychokinetic manifestation. That is when a sensitive person represses an emotion or consistently pushes the same emotion out in the same location. So this is like you blowing off steam in the same room every day. Because you don't understand that just your mind by itself can move energy, you begin to build up a massive energy against the wall. Once you build up enough energy, it turns into something called a PK manifestation, which can act a lot like a poltergeist and actually take on a life form of its own. And what it will do, because it's attached to you, is basically react to whatever you're going through. So if you're just having a bad day, or if you're angry at someone, like literally, it'll basically make that person have a bad day. Like it'll kind of do exactly whatever is going on inside of your mind. Although you're not intending to hurt anyone, it is just simply being attached to you. And it's only happening when you're at home, because that's where it's at. Okay, so your guides are saying to focus your energy a little bit. And the way that you could actually do that is through meditation, through Tai Chi, or just anything. It's getting your energy active instead of letting it build up. Cleansing the energy inside of the home itself would actually be really good as well. When it starts to react up a little bit, I've got a random pain on the right foot in the last 3 toes. Will kind of come in. And then a random pressure right on the left-hand side of the sacral chakra. Your guides are saying to, let me see what that says. to let go of all worries and only focus on creating and having exactly what it is that you want. Okay. I hope that helps.
Alyssa R would like to know if there are any messages for her.
Can you repeat that, Roxy?
Alyssa R.
I got a message for her earlier also. And they always tell me to tell you that you need to take some time for yourself. You need to do something that you enjoy, that you like. Sometimes it's okay that it's all about you. But you got to remember you, who you are and what you like to do. And don't lose yourself. So I hope that helps.
I'll come in very quickly. Hello, Alyssa. Lovely having you here. So usually I'll say the dolphin with you, which is your favorite. And that's the totem they always have with you, which you still do. Don't misunderstand me. I don't want to mistake. But I'm also seeing a small fox in the home as well, and it's near you, but I think you actually maybe for the oldest boy for protection. So I'm sort of roaming through a house, looking at things, trying not to be creepy or anything, of course. But let me just tell you quickly what the fox is. Really, they can often be known as a totem for the tricks, and the tricks are a great sense of humor. They are funny, that type of thing, but they're also great with protection, swiftly providing information around protection, guidance, and that type of thing. So they're wonderful, wonderful protectors. They help to help someone swiftly find the way around an obstacle or situation, or something that they need to get up and over. And I am confirming this is actually for the oldest boy, but I know you won't hear that. So adaptability, responsiveness, that type of thing, which is what he does. Even though, but when I talk about tricky, I want to be clear about something too. They help with tricky situations as well. So even when he's not, he takes everything in. He hears everything. Don't think about mama, he doesn't, he does. He may not always respond or respond in a way that maybe you would have expected, but he takes everything in and he hears it. And then it's sometimes hours or even days or even weeks later where he'll reference back to something, and you will say, and I'm hearing you say this, you will say, gosh, I didn't know he saw that, or remembered that, that type of thing. So he's got a lot of help with him. So really a physical and a mental responsiveness, increased speed for those that have that totem, which I don't always see. They're very discerning. They help with that. They're very cunning. They're quick. And again, they're able to help you find your way through something quickly. Also, which you would know what this means, nocturnal activities, right? Nocturnal activities. And they're very good with dream work, which he gets a lot of things when he's sleeping, and that he has told you about. So that's where a lot is coming from. So a lot of protection, a lot of help. It's very beautiful. I think maybe he's seen it. So it's very nice. That's the first time I've seen that with him. So gosh golly, I've been up there a lot, as you know. So that's quite lovely. So blessed to all, dear. Love to all, the family. Love to help you.
Okay, so for Alyssa R, whenever my guide scanned you, we found a few things kind of sticking out. On the right knee, it's almost like a little tight rubber band there, which signifies the holding of an emotional grudge. And it's been kind of building up for you a little bit too long. We found tightness in your lower back. They said so far as taking some me time, like getting a massage would be really good for you. It'll stop some of the spasms. Have a little bit of potassium like bananas or kiwi or something like that. However, that's not the only cause of the tightness in your back. The true cause of the tightness in the lower back down there is actually what they're saying is a kundalini opening that is starting to come up, and it's only up to about the third chakra. So you'll feel it probably right in the solar plexus, right in that area where it's kind of coming up and moving. To help that along, a Kundalini meditation or exercise would help you a whole lot. If you're not familiar with that, simply just Google the word Kundalini. It is a reservoir of energy that's at the base of the spine. And there's many different types of meditations that you can kind of do just to simply move it and run it through you. As you continue to do that, though, understand that it will open you up a little bit. It will transcend what you currently experience in your life and all your chakras too. All right, I hope that helps.
Justina would like to know if there are any messages from her guides. Hi, Justina.
Justina, you have just exploded. You are such a rising star. They just keep saying yes, yes, yes. Keep on going.
Coming on that. Hello, beautiful Justina. So lovely to have you there. So I have to come to angels because they're always with you. They're just always with you, and you're so beautiful with your reg healing, the healing that you do, and everything else. They're just always with you, and you're so beautiful. I've got two sets of numbers for you that I'm seeing on you, dear. I've got our angels are triple ones, which means that the angels do hear you. That's a confirmation that the asking of the things that you're asking for, that they do hear what you're requesting. So remember that, and you can never over ask or overstay your welcome. Remember, which you do quite well, whatever it is that you need, just put it out there. You know, if it's 10 things, 1 thing, or 100 things, that's fine. That's not a problem. But that's a confirmation that they are hearing what it is that you're looking for, what you're asking for, and what you're setting intention for. And then that also confirms for me to tell you that it's coming. So it's not just they're hearing you. The triple ones isn't just they're hearing you. It's also a confirmation, my dear, that what you're asking for is coming. It's on the path. The path is a little bit narrow in that area right now, but it will widen, and you will get what it is that you're asking for. And then also I've got the triple sevens, which tells me, which urges you to seek deeper spiritual meaning and intention. So, you know, that it could be something so simple as, you know, maybe just meditating a little bit more, you know, that type of thing. And I know you do a lot of healing. And you use, I'm hearing, well, I'm feeling you use those sessions. Make sure you use those sessions on yourself too. That's the point I'm trying to make here. It's so beautiful, wonderful your healing is. Make sure that you're also receiving some good stuff and some good energy from those, dear. That's one way to address that with our sevens. That will give you the deeper spiritual connection, which is what I'm referring to, dear. So that's what I've got. It's a pleasure, dear. I'm so glad you're here. So beautiful.
So for Justina, I got an image of you standing, and then there's this big firecracker of energy is actually behind your, looks like your heart chakra and your solar plexus chakra. That's right there. Oh, and what it is just the energy from your past. And it's just trust that your past is behind you. Don't look back and let go of the emotional traumas that kind of occurred there because they no longer serve you. You've already learned the lessons that you needed to learn from those. And so kind of leave your past behind you and simply kind of trust in your intuition. I hope that helps.
All right, Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Would like to know if there are any messages for her.
I had also gotten a message for you earlier also. And they told me that you were working on something. And you were unsure if you should keep going. And they said, keep going. Of course, they never tell us what you're working on or that's just working on something and for you to keep going. So I hope that helps.
I've got it. Hello, Vicky Diaz. Lovely to have you here. It's so beautiful. I've got the triple ones on you again with the angels. And of course, you always have angels around you, of course. And again, see, the triple ones tell me that the angels are with you, just same as with just, because you always have to group you two together because you're connected at the hip. You are putting out there what your asks are, what your requests are, and that confirms to me that they're hearing it, they're getting it, and that they will help those things to come true, so to manifest. So on the right path, doing the right things, putting it out there correctly, and it will come together, come to fruition. So yeah, lovely. So glad you're here, dear. Bless you. So beautiful.
Yvonne Eve would like to know if there are any messages for her.
Who?
Yvonne.
I did have one thing for Vicky real quick, and I'll jump over to Yvonne. Vicky, I got that there are some manifestations that kind of came about when you were angry or just like less than happy at the moment, and you put a lot of energy into it and emotion. And so it's starting to cause some confusion in your current everyday life. And so your guides are asking me to have you simply just neutralize those things. Just neutralize them, just whatever they are. Just kind of neutralize those and just go forward with creating the stuff you want to experience, okay? All right, and on to Yvonne. So for Yvonne, I'm picking up that you actually have some unexpected opportunities that are coming up for you that are going to help you, how can I say, it's going to help you be a little bit happier in the place that you're at this very moment. They're saying that you don't have to jump through the first door. There's actually two of them that are coming up for you, but it's going to be a good change for you in particular. So kind of just get ready for that and just manifest for your absolute highest good. I hope that helps.
I pulled you a card, and in fact, I pulled a card and I said, every once in a while I do this, and then I put it back in the deck, and I pulled you the same card 3 times. And it says, birthing a new age, bringing new creations, dreaming a new world into being.
I'll come in here too. Hello, dear. So I'm coming to angel numbers. You've got 2s, all of you. You've got triple 2s, which are angel numbers. So this is very much in line with what other wonderful mediums are saying. It's a manifestation number. It means that things are coming, things are happening, but also they tell us that in order for those things to happen, you put out there what you want to manifest. But then your action, I'm hearing, is that you need to pay attention now, as in yesterday, to the partnerships and the alliances for the things that you're asking for to manifest. So take a look at who's standing next to you and make sure that it's the right person based on the requests that you have. You have quite a few matters, so make sure that your alliances are there and that you're in accordance with that, because then that helps, and of course, to move things along quicker and to make them happen. And then I also keep getting a date for you, dear. It's a happy date, and it's October 17th, October 17 of this year. There's something very good that's going to happen on that date. I'm not being told what it is, but I'm being told to mark that on your calendar, because that would be a very nice day for you. Something that you've been asking for. So good. Nice work. Beautiful. I hope that helps you, dear.
There's so much that she actually has a fun question. Taylor, there's a fun question for you guys. So it's, can you tell me, well, Taylor, not Roxy, would like to know the next major event on her timeline.
Oh, I heard baby.
Oh.
I have the same message. I have 40 weeks, so I think we know what that means. That's not this calendar year, but it's into next calendar year. But it would cross, wouldn't it, with 40 weeks? So yes, I think you only wanted one more. Beautiful, Taylor, but you're not gonna have just one more, my dear. You're gonna have two more. There you are. Just put it right out there. I know, and you're so logical. Right now, you're thinking I'm outnumbered already, right? You'll be fine. You've got eight arms. You'll be fine. So yeah, what happened? It will be there. It's beautiful, dear. I'm glad you're here.
The next major event coming up for you, Taylor, in 8 weeks and 4 days. He's about 6 foot tall. He has curly hair. His eyes are green. He's wearing a button-up shirt that has stripes inside of it. He's walking outside. I can see mountains in the background. It's green grass. It seems like he's somewhere almost kind of like a playground. I'm not sure where he's at, but your next big event is going to be that 8 weeks and 4 days.
Is he real tall?
That is so.
Yes, that's him.
I've always seen him. He's tall, but I just see like the outline of him. I don't see any detail, just that he's really tall.
Wow, she's gonna love that answer, because I think that's the most straightforward answer we've ever gotten. I also want to let everyone who is on to let them know that Sylvia and Mark are doing aura cleansing and healings. So just let me know if you want me to send them your way, which actually I believe Justina would like to have a healing for her parents. You guys want to head on over there.
Mark, you want to take that first? I'll come along second. That'll be okay, dear. And Justina, a beautiful Justina, you'll need to sit down. Thank you.
Hey Liz, Steve says, poor Liz, always being bugged before circle about me. And Sylvia, you're always invited to parties.
Oh, thank you.
I start getting almost bombarded during the they come during the day, but like 2 hours before a circle. I mean, I'm getting things that I don't even have names for until someone asks. I'm like, okay, that's where that one goes. That's where that one goes.
All right, while you're out, Elizabeth M would like to know if there are any messages.
I'm going to step to Justinus very quickly. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be attached.
For Elizabeth M., the first thing I picked up is you are having divine ideas come into your mind right now. And at this very moment, they're playing out for you and they're working out really well. Keep yourself focused on the goal of being the absolute best that you can be so far as creating the results that you want. So be consistent with everything that you're doing. You're in the perfect position to make your dreams come true. So there's a lot of excitement that I'm hearing with your guides kind of behind you. They're saying that you've been listening to their inspiration. Even when you've kind of randomly doubted it, you've still followed through and it's worked out perfectly for you. I said, good job.
Yeah, I started drawing the number 8 just over and over and over. 8, a cycle or a pattern is being repeated now, so you can understand the lesson. Take time to reflect.
All right. Kiana, hey Kiana. Would like to know if there are any messages.
Can you repeat that, Roxy?
Kiana, would like to
Yeah. My former roommate.
know.
I know you don't want to hear this, but I just saw a white husky.
Okay, so what I'm picking up for Kiana, you're going to be taking a trip soon, and it's going to be right around your birthday. During this particular time, I'm picking up a male energy signature that you are going to run into. This gentleman is probably, I'm going to give him maybe about 5'10" in height. It's hard to make it out, like he's like caramel colored skin or really tan, one of the two. This particular person piqued your interest somehow. They're going to walk up to you and actually just say something that seems very random and off the wall, but it's gonna be funny enough to get your attention, and this person will be talking to you. I'm seeing this almost at a restaurant setting, so it's almost like you just kind of ran into this person out of nowhere. I hope that helps.
I like
I
that.
pulled you a card, and I jumped out on me. And these are new cards. And it says, I am beautiful. My light brings hope to those around me. My smile makes the world brighter. And you are such a beautiful soul.
So I'm back. If I was just speak quickly about Justine's aura. She was a beautiful green. She's one of our healers. But I did see some emissions of yellow in there, dear. Quite unusual, which I don't usually see with you. So, which is of course is the solar plexus chakra color, really that rules intellect, self-esteem, personal feelings about yourself, that type of thing, which I felt and I saw have they've come up a lot. You're feeling better, so I'm very happy that you invited us in. You're feeling a lot better, and Your Highness, I think I could actually even call you that. The yellow missions also tell me that you're the type of person which we know that inspires others to achieve greatness and to do their very best, which is quite lovely. That's such a beautiful gift to have, and for someone to be near you that you do that for, right? Because you're so kind and so beautiful. You also, remember that the sun is yellow, right? So it has that glow, which you got that glow about you. Very, very beautiful, very, so much happier. Like the sun has finally come up for you. I think would probably a good way for me to describe that. So it's quite lovely and it feels very good. I went through everything. And of course, I always go through your chakras, just give me half a chance. Fix us a little bit, but everything looks great. I don't know if you have any comments, but that was my takeaway from it. Thank you and bless you, my dear.
And Justina, when I go to your parents, there's a lot of past history that's all around them that is like things that are reaching up and grabbing them and holding on to them, keeping them back from moving forward. I see that your mother tries to probably remove these things, but they're returned. I went through the home, filling it with purple energy, trying to raise the vibration. But this is also something that they need to work on to help not heal themselves, but to heal each other. I think a lot of this comes from lifetimes from the past, and really need to work on dealing with their past to help their future.
Sylvia basically would like you to do an oral cleanse for her. And she actually has a question for you, Mark. So she would like to know, what are some things that someone can do to raise their frequency?
To raise their frequency, of course, the things that almost everybody knows, meditation. But I think the biggest thing that helps raise your frequency is to really go within yourself and tackle those demons that we don't like to face. Because as you continue to tackle each problem that you have on the inside of you, that just frees up a little space for something good. And as you continue to do that, along with changing your habits, diet, exercise, such, that in itself starts raising your frequency, of course, with meditation and stuff like that, yoga, Tai Chi, other practices like that. But what I have found is going within yourself and not worrying about what other people think or what other people are doing, concentrating on your own path, not worrying about who's teaching you or a technique that you're learning, not trying to be somebody else, find yourself, be yourself. And as you start to do that, you will find power within yourself. That's what raises your frequency every time you clear something out. I think that's what will raise your frequency in a very solid way. Because you can go do yoga for a while, but then you quit. Or you could meditate for a while, but then you quit. But if every day you work on yourself and you fix that, that's That's the best way to increase your frequency and to bring your vibration up. And that transfers over to other people, and they see that in you. And it's the solidness that they're looking for. And when they see that in you, then you can really start affecting a lot of other people also. So that's what I think brings up the frequency the best, is just working on yourself.
Thank you. So Lynn W., she is new to our lives. Welcome, Lynn. Thank you for coming. And she would like to know if there are any messages for her.
I quickly come back, dear, to the all that I was clearing. Can I just do that very quickly before we move on to Lynn, please? So a beautiful orange, a beautiful orange aura. You did have, dear, some I don't know, I'll just call them stickers for lack of a better term. So I cleaned that up and I cleaned that out. So I felt a little bit of rawness in your throat, and that was actually caused by those. So I cleared that up and I cleared that out, put in some surges of energy and other things. I won't go too far into it, but orange is a kind of a sacral chakra, which is also, you know, creativity, your emotional subtle second body, that type of thing. Very quickly, our oranges are joyful exchange. It's someone that they possess great magnetism. So people are pulled to you. You're good working alone, you're good working on teams, everyone wants you on their teams, that type of thing, because you're so joyful to be around. But so I just want you to get just a little ditty on what the orange means, but I did clear that out, yeah. So you should be feeling better, and I even felt a little bit of a cough, so that should be better. Okay, good. Sorry, Rox, I solved that off. So bless you, dear, and we move on. Thank you.
So go back to Lynn.
I saw the number 7 around you, and that's the energy of magic is surrounding you. Align your thoughts with the highest. And then sometimes I see some really crazy things that I'm not even quite sure what they mean. And I saw a bowling alley, and the pins were set up. So I don't know if that means anything to you. But that's what I saw.
I can comment on that very quickly and incorporate that, dear. Thank you for coming. We're so happy to have you here. You've got angels around you. You've got ones all around you. So that really corresponds with what beautiful Liz is saying. The triple ones, you've got them all of you, which is, and I said this earlier, we're seeing quite a few of those tonight, which is you're putting requests out there in things that you want and that you need, yeah. And that's good. You can ask for, 100 things if you need to. Don't worry about overstudying that or asking for too many things. But the ones tell us that you're putting requests out there, and the ones tell us that your angels are confirming that they are hearing you and that they will help you to accomplish those things. I'm hearing you've got 4 pretty important things out there right now. And all of those, I'm asking for dates on those. Well, for all of them, what I'm hearing is it's going to be a very good September of this year for you. So those you'll be able to, you have a list, you're a list maker. Okay. So those you'll be able to mark off in September. Those top 4 you'll mark off in September. And then you've got another 6 more at least that are pretty important to you. Those roll into next year, dear. But everything will be fine, and you'll have you must be back here in September. Please come. So I want to know. But you're very good September for you, dear. So bless you. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. You're so beautiful. It's lovely. I hope that helps you, dear.
Okay, so for Lynn W, when I tapped her energy, I had a few things kind of going on. There was a lot of pressure in the lung area, which is showing me an imbalance in the heart chakra. There's a trauma of the heart that's kind of not ran its course just yet. You're still kind of going through it at this very moment. Just go through it patiently and be patient with yourself so far as processing the emotions. I am picking up that you have been asking for things. I feel left in your left hand spasms, just kind of in general. I don't even want to say in the hand, maybe in the wrist area or something kind of like that. That is almost like a signal from your guides. It's asking you to open yourself up to be open to receive. So whenever you're receiving something from the universe, if you've asked God for something in particular, when we say be open to receive, that means we need you to vibrate at the frequency. So be grateful for what it is that you've asked for because it's already yours. You only had to simply do the portion of asking and it would be delivered to you. So go ahead and move on to the gratitude phase where you're grateful for all the new things that you have created and that you have received, okay? The nervous issue, it's like random nervous energy. I want to say it's almost like random jolts of energy that you're picking up that's literally pressing on the sacral chakra, which kind of presses on your bladder sometimes. So it may make you run to the bathroom a lot. A grounding visualization would be really good to help you. And that's just visualizing a bright white light above the crown. And then as you breathe in, allow the energy to move down through your body and to exit through the very bottoms of your feet, taking all energies that no longer serve you. And that will help you a lot so far as getting control of all the energies and the things that you're sensing and picking up, because you are someone who is kind of sensitive. So you do pick up a lot of energies that aren't necessarily yours, okay? I hope that helps.
So Charbra, I know you want a sassy card, but I don't have those. That's a Taylor thing. But I tell her to pull one for you. And then next time, you got it. But even though I have a sassy card, I can get maybe Liz to pull a different card for you. You pull a card for Charbra and Cool Runnings, Liz.
Woo. I mean, didn't take any time for it to pop out. I pull, it's a brand new deck. It's called the Secret Language of Light cards. And I pulled, it's called Soul Writing. And it says, it's a beautiful card. You are the author of your story. Write one that inspires you and don't let anyone else command the pen. The events and experiences of your life are multidimensional living art. You can view and adjust any stories from your past, present, or future. Let go of justifying or analyzing the events that become your stories and your life yourself into a new way of seeing them. It says, look at the card and imagine you are the angel rising and connecting to the soul light at the top of the pyramid. So I really love these cards because each one of these cards also has a separate meditation for them. So that kind of is, you are where your thought is. You create. Your thoughts create.
Nice. Thank you.
Ross, I have a question, dear.
Sure.
Do we still have Cindy, the beautiful Cindy T with us? Do we know? So I'll put that out there. anyway, if she comes in, just let me know. There's something that if she's open to it, I'd like to work on for her. So if she's okay with that, you just let me know. Okay, I won't do that until you give me the okay. So anyway, we move on. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I'll let you know if she comes back.
Thank you, Jill.
Paul C would like to know if there are any messages for him.
I'll jump in right away. Welcome, Paul C. So glad that you're always here with us. It's so beautiful. You're still wearing your tan. You always have your tan on, your tan aura. Quite beautiful. What I see around you, dear angels, I've got your triple fours, which I've not seen you before. That was a joke, but I've not seen that. And what that tells you, that reminds you that the universe is with you and that it's working with you to take care of the things that you're asking for. And it reminds you that that the universe is always there to help to take care of things. So I'm hearing that you've got some things on your mind that you haven't quite put out there yet. And you've not quite asked for them, so and to do that, you can just think them or write my piece of paper and leave it on the counter, whatever works best for you, dear. But feel free to go ahead and put those things out there, because we can't really work on them unless you give us permission to do that. So that's probably the biggest part of the message here. But I'm so glad you're here, dear. Thank you for coming, and bless you always. That helps you.
And I heard you've been searching for something. Don't give up, because it's so close. It's just right around the corner.
The only thing I'm picking up is a face of a person. It's a rounder face. They have lots of hair, just in general. It's kind of hanging down. They won't give me hardcore descriptions, but they said this person is coming and they're going to guide you to something that you have been looking for or have been hesitant to ask for. So I got about a little less than 2 weeks. They told me about 13 days. So I'll be excited to see what happened the next time we talk. I hope that helps.
Teresa F would like an aura clearing and to know if there are any messages for her.
Please sit down, dear. Mark, would you come with me and assist me, please? Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Please have a seat and we'll come right now. Okay, thank you.
Okay, the first message I'm getting for Teresa is you've been thinking a lot. You are overthinking. You're beating things to death. So when you what they're saying is when you overthink, sometimes you are putting too much energy into a creation or into a manifestation. So you can kind of overdo the results that you're going to get because you keep putting and fueling more energy and more energy and more energy into it. And so it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And sometimes when they were manifesting, we just want things to just like be done with and be over with. But if you keep putting more energy into it, it can't be done with or over with because you're feeding it. So simply kind of relax. Once you start to manifest or to, let's say, manifest a solution to something, let that solution kind of come about. But on the things that you're happy and excited about, now you can beat those things to death because you want to feed those more energy. So far as issues or problems only exist whenever it is something you have not addressed. It's only a problem when you haven't addressed it. The moment that you address the problem, it is now a project. And this deactivates the negative energy connected to the issue that you've been working with. Okay. So now that you're finally addressing it, you don't have any more problems. You only have projects and they're on their way to solutions. So life should be smooth and easy. I hope that helps.
So I'll go ahead and speak quickly about that aura. So beautiful green. I felt and Mark, feel free to step on Mateo's point here. I felt a bit of some sadness. So I cleared that, my dear. Remember, the green colors are healers. They are healers. You're a natural healer. But I felt quite a bit of sadness about some things. So I've taken those. Also, the plan or the goal is for that to it will stay on. I've put a fair amount of protection around you as well to keep that away from you, so that so if someone walks near you and they bounce off you, you know why. I put some things around, some shields around you, I guess, probably the best way for me to describe it to you. And let's not when you're ready, let's not medicine that up. Okay, we can do better. We can do better with that. So in better ways and in more natural ways. Yours is a very intense, very intense green. I almost want to say kind of a very dark, natural green, you know, like the tea leaves, dark tea leaves. But our greens tells a lot of things, natural lovely healers, but they're also, when you're cleared, they're some of our most balanced individuals that balance naturally, normally to the root and to the ground. So it's time to bring things up and to recenter, which is what I did on you. I actually went in and there were I worked on your root chakra that needed some work as well. So you were kind of leaning, so I brought you back up there, and you should be feeling better. And well, you feel better to me. So just let us know. And sorry, Mark, if you feel
No, that's fine. I seen the solar plexus a little slow, a little weak. I seen the layers of green, like Sylvia. But I also see an outer layer of purple, which also is for healing. I don't know if you're worried about something. Maybe that's why your solar plexus was slow. But I really tried to bring in the vibration and raise the vibration of all your chakras and your entire aura. I really worked on the purple on the outside for protection. And so I hope that helps you. I hope that helps your stomach and hope that helps you to feel better.
That's lovely, dear. Beautiful.
So Liz Trevor says, thank you for the card.
You are so welcome.
Does anyone have any messages for her?
I do. I keep seeing cash flow. I keep hearing cash flow, and you've got 8s on you. You've got a triple 8s. The 8s refer to abundance. There's some things that you want. There's some things that you need. There's always there are a big difference between some wants and needs, but there are some things that you need. And the message is that you will have the abundance and the means to have those things. And in this year, you're working more towards the holiday into the Christmas time, and be happy. Please smile and know that you'll have the abundance that you need for those things. It's not just for you, it's for others as well. But that is the message, that it will be right there for you between now, starting real soon. I've got about a week. I've got about 7 days, and then on into the end of the year. So things will roll fast for you, and you'll have what you need, yeah. So I hope it helps you. Glad you're here. Bless you.
So, Shabra, what I'm picking up for you today is a lot of fluttering in the heart. And this is just a lot of evolution, I'm going to call it, that's happening within you. This is your ability to grow within your heart center and to love unconditionally. The more you open up to it, the more you're going to realize that unconditional love is meant for you. Is to love yourself without condition, to love everything that's happening, the process in which life is unfolding for you. We ask that you simply open yourself up and allow yourself to be loved and to love the space and time that you're in. I hope that helps.
Yeah, and I heard the web is dissolving. You're no longer stuck in the web. It's dissolving. You agree? Yeah.
Erin would like to know if there are any messages.
I'll start very quickly. Hello, India. Glad you're here. You have 7. I have 7s on you. 7s. I'm always back to the numbers. I've got 7s, which tells me that that you're on the right path and to keep doing what you're doing. You have so you're on the right path and to keep doing what you're doing. I see a very beautifully lit path with some beautiful trees and meadows of flowers and everything. But it's lit very well. Like normally, you know, I see kind of hanging lights on the trees and that type of thing. But yours has a spotlight on it. So there's some things along the way. What that tells me is this, that there are some things, I see 4 of them. There are some things that you need to focus very much on. I think you probably know what those are. If you don't, you will. Because the spotlight is in 4 areas that you need to focus on, to take care of. And outcomes will be fine. I feel very good about it. I'm seeing flowers blooming now, which tells me which tells me happy ending, basically, is what that says to me. So I feel real good about it. And then also just have one more thing. There seems to be someone that there's a younger a female. I feel like it might be a niece or a cousin or something like that you have some concern for, I'm hearing. And the message is tally-ho, which means that everything will be fine. So we'll turn out fine. So I hope that helps you, dear. Bless you. I'm glad you're here.
Mark and Sylvia, Yvonne would like you guys to go over and send some healing for her parents.
Okay. Here we go, Mark.
And Cool Runnings would like to know if there are any messages for him.
All right, so the first thing I'm picking up for Cool Runnings is there is a lot of energy kind of surrounding your heart chakra at the moment. And it sounds really interesting because it sounds like a huge tribal drum that is beating, that is going on. This is representing the divine masculine energy that runs throughout your family line. Right now, you are getting the opportunity to change the course at which it has been running through each and every male in your line. You are being brought up to heal the wounds of your ancestors, of your lineage, by what is about to be performed for you right now. It's just almost like they're really excited and very proud of you. and tell you don't be distracted by the things that are on the outside or the things that pull your attention away from what really counts the most. As you go forth and do what is actually honorable for you and your heart, you will change the course of the divine masculine energy and the way it develops throughout the rest of your family line. They said, you got this, and don't worry, it's already happening. You're already in the middle of it. I hope that helps.
So we do have some time. Well, we have lots of time left. So don't forget, if you're just sitting there watching, you can always ask for a message, ask for clearing cards. Definitely up to you. And we're all waiting for them to come back. Justin, you have a workshop happening, right? These next few weeks?
Yes, September 11th and 12th, we will be running the Harvest Energy Workshop. That is on a Saturday and a Sunday. It will go from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We like to run 4 classes throughout that, and this is completely free and open to the public. These will be educational courses that will be based on holistic healing, energy work, manifestation, many different things. The masters from our group and the master mediums from the Partnership of Living Spiritual Guides will come together, and we will all actually be at the same location teaching and empowering the public. This is, as I said earlier, completely free. You can invite your friends, family. It is kid friendly. It is a very cool event that we love to do. About quarterly is how much we try to do it throughout the year, about at least 4 times. But it's just to show the public what energy is and what they can do with the power of their spirit. So I'm super excited for that.
Nice.
I'm so excited to come visit you again.
Yeah, it'll be good.
We were just talking about it for class and where we wanted to stay and when we were going to go. And so, yeah, super excited.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good. It was such a great time last time.
Yeah, it was very good. I enjoyed everything. Last time, it was a tremendous success. We had lots of people there and lots of participation. That's what I enjoyed, was watching everyone kind of get involved. Because at the workshop, it is a workshop. You don't just sit and do nothing and just listen. It's not a lecture. It's a workshop. So it actually gets you up and gets you going and gets you involved in it. So you get to kind of put your fingers in it and play with it a little bit. So if you haven't had the opportunity to experience energy work, or even talking with your guides, or experiencing what it's like to have them around you, it's a perfect place. There's lots of like-minded people there, and it's a really strong community that we have been working on building up. And I think we've done a really good job so far as being very inclusive. So we don't have a bunch of crazy rules or anything that you have to go by. The only thing we ask that you come and just be yourself. And as you do that, you will learn so much more about yourself, your spirit, and the energy that you possess.
Yeah, egos left at the door, no judgment. A lot of fun things to explore.
That's fun. And
Just come back there whenever you're ready. Sorry, I think I stepped on somebody. I didn't mean to. My apologies.
Yeah. Sylvia, I'm going to raise that frequency and you read them.
Okay, so thank you, dear. So beautiful turquoise. I don't say that a lot. Beautiful, beautiful turquoise. Lots of layers. There were 3 of them that actually I think Mark cleared out. Thank you so much. I'll let him cover that bit. I'll talk to you just about the turquoise itself. It's really the mark of a person who has natural gifts of compassion, which you do, and communication. Keep in mind, please, that that's a mix of the green and the blue auric states. So it's a very high frequency color, almost one that sometimes folks tend to have, you have to manage it, right? Which you do. So that's not a concern at all. You're very dynamic. Individuals who have those colors, they're very dynamic. The quality of their life is very dynamic. It's how they think, it's how they move. Life is a verb for you, verb, V-E-R-B. And also with that comes powerful healing, a lot of strong inner truths. So if you have a situation where someone says, I think you've had this situation where someone said, I know you better than you know yourself, then, you feel free to just smile, because you know your inner truth better than anyone would. I'm not saying call out on it, but it's fine to have that inside smile and just shake your head and go, sure, okay. There also are good organizers, folks that, a place for everything and everything has a place. So very good organizers, which you are. It's absolutely wonderful, beautiful. You excel in empathy, you excel in communication, and you also have this knack for, you have this talent for smoothing out difficult situations. So you're the one that, like the matriarch in the family that everyone will come to, if someone isn't talking to the other person or that type of thing. So it's very powerful and can be used for so many beautiful things. So with that, I'll sort off and let Mark go ahead and cover his piece. But it's quite beautiful, dear. Thank you for letting me do that. I'm glad you're here. Bless you.
For me, I just seen a lot of red at the beginning, and I knew that needed to be cleared out, and that's why I tell Sylvia I'll just raise the frequency and let her read. Now I'm seeing lots of blues and purples, so hopefully this will help in healing of all things that need to be healed, past and present, and those are very high vibrational colors. So I hope this helps your family.
Bless you. Gosh, Roxy, can I ask a question? Well, I should direct this at Justin, I suppose.
Go for
it. Justin, do I have time for one of your stories? Our story time. I hear from so many people you can't even imagine, and I sorry to just put you on the spot and land on you, although you probably knew I was headed your way anyway. You just have something to share. I can't tell you how many folks ask me for that. So I guess I'm asking you for that if you're interested in putting something out there.
Okay, I'm thinking, just to make sure I hadn't shared this one before. This was actually a recent case that I worked on. So I went to go do a home clearing, and there was a lot of stuff going on. I have been called because there was paranormal activity going on, so far as things being moved, things falling off of the counter, the door randomly being slammed. The grandmother was having lots of trouble speaking clearly, waking up in the morning, getting out of the bed, lots of pressure on the chest. So I went over to the house, and as I go in, there's almost like a big, I want to illustrate it almost like as a big cloud of smoke, but of a dark smoke, very gray, as you walk through the front door. As you walk through the front door, it's almost like an energy that sits there that has just been so stagnant that it just makes you angry immediately. And it's like, this is where everybody fights at. And right when you walk in the door, the kitchen was to the left, and then there's a hallway that leads into the living room and hallways that go to the bedroom on the right. And so it was almost suffocating as you walk inside of the house. So I walk inside of the house, and I greet the people who actually called me to come in. And I kind of take a second to look at all the family members sitting there. And there's two little girls. There's the grandmother and the mother, and one of their friends that's there for moral support. And there's, out of the corner of my eye, there's another kid who just runs by down the hallway. And so I was asking, just confirming, like, hey, is this everyone? They said, yes, this is everyone. It's like, okay, great. Okay, so we started off with action as we went inside the house as a little boy runs down the hallway. So as I turned to get ready to go into the bedrooms, I decided, let me actually tap the energy of each one of the people here first, so I could kind of see what was going on. So first, the grandmother was standing closest, and so I looked at her energy field first. It's surrounded in a black smoke, and she has almost kind of what looks like a choke collar on, and it leads back into oblivion. Long story short, I couldn't see where it was leading, so someone literally had a leash on her where she couldn't get away, and it was very very different. I looked down at one of the little girls, and the little girl has this little, what almost looks like an elastic little energy rubber band that's attached to her, and it's attached to the little kid who's running in the hallway and just playing, which is interesting because child ghosts kind of throw me off a little bit. The oldest girl was actually opening up, the oldest daughter was actually opening up to her own psychic gifts, and she was randomly seeing the little boy herself. And so that helped to kind of confirm what I was seeing at that very moment. The mother herself would hear the footsteps of the child, would run into the door whenever it would be closed, so far as it first being open, and then she turned around and the door was actually closed, and she'd run right into it. And this was some other stuff that was going on. So as I voyage into the first room onto the right, I go in and there's a lot of like fuzzy pink energy, like all over the bed and everywhere, and it had these little sparkles in it, which I'm really not used to seeing that inside of a house. And this is where the oldest daughter's bedroom was. So around her bed was this sparkly energy. And as I walked into it, I asked my guides, like, what is this? And it's the protection that she prays for every night. This is how she visualizes it around her bed. So directly across from her bed is the closet. And in the sliding closet, there's almost like I want to call it like a dimensional rift. Because when I personally looked into the spiritual plane and stuck my head into the closet, I looked into a place that it was very foresty. There were lots of trees, and just you could hear things kind of rustling like in the background. So I kind of brought myself back out of there and decided to go ahead and stitch that up for her. So we didn't encounter anything coming out or even her remotely when she astral projects at night, preventing her from going in there and being lost. And so after I move out of her room, I get ready to come down the hallway. And down the hallway immediately to the right is the grandmother's room. And it's almost like there's a barrier that's trying to push me or trying to keep me out. So there's almost like an energy that's forcing like me while I'm at the door. And so I'm wondering, because most shields don't react that way with me when I go into them. So as I push my way in, I have to use light to project through what was pushing against me. And on the side of the wall, the bed is right here in the center, and the wall is right there. There is a buildup, a mass, a big black mass that almost kind of looks like, let's just call it like you see a hornet's nest, how it builds up against the house and builds out. It's dark layers of stuff that had just kind of built out, and it had caked and caked and caked. And so I asked my guides what happens here. And so I saw visions of a entity who's built up inside of this little mass here. This is like his home where he's been for quite some time. And he reaches down over the bed and he suffocates the lady who sleeps in the bed. And he steals her life force and keeps her continuously sick in a depressed state, making her almost hermit and turning her kind of against everyone else. He does this so she stays in the room in the bed so he can feed at any moment that he chooses. And this was the grandmother. And so as I was looking, it was the mass on the wall which had attached the little choke collar to her. And so it was like it was a way of controlling her or trying to dominate her spirit just in general. And so as that was happening, as I was in the room talking and telling them this is what was happening, she begins to randomly just kind of choke and she's short of breath. because it starts to draw on her life force again while I'm actually in the middle of trying to read. So I have to separate her and get her out of the house for a few minutes so she can recover. So I go back into the house and I was like, okay, before I start cleaning, I need to go through and see what else is going on because there's so much going on in the house. So I go into the mom's room, and you walk into the mom's room, and then there's another door that leads to the bathroom and where there's a vanity. And I hear all of this rustling like in the background, and there's even a paper that flies off the counter, like in the bathroom. And I'm standing in the bedroom, like, okay, who's in there? And there's this energy that just zips back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so it's a dead kid, and he's running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in the bathroom in the vanity area where she gets ready. She randomly sees him, or little images of him running through while she's trying to do her makeup. And so it scares her, it startles her. So I finally go in to go catch the kid. Like, I wanted to know, I was like, hey, slow down a minute. And so I got him to slow down. And I was expecting him to talk and communicate with me, but instead of communicating where I can hear him, he only sends me images and only sends me pictures. And he sends me pictures of this family, the house that I'm in, family, their family, and it shows pictures of the mom who's in the bathroom. And he shows me all these images, and then it shows me an image of him, and it has like an X over his mouth. So it was saying he couldn't verbally communicate in his physical body when he was alive. So it was very, very alarming to see why he was there in the house. But when people would ignore him, that's what he would do, is he would cause a lot of energy disruption. So he was making all the noise in the house that they were hearing. At the very right-hand side of the bathroom was where the toilet was. And over the toilet, there was a blue light that was almost kind of like a hallway. So it was like a walkway for spirits, or kind of like a passage where they go somewhere else. And so I was explaining this to the people that live there, and they're all silent and their mouths are dropped. And so I was like, okay, so this makes sense to y'all? And they all agreed. So I was like, okay, well, let's start with the kid who's running in the bathroom. So the mom says, well, before you start, there's something I need to talk to you about. I was like, okay, so what is it? And so earlier in her life, she had a boy who was born who was autistic. I think it was her, I want to say brother. There was one that was born who was autistic, but he ended up passing away from complications. And so he could never talk. And so he used to have a lot of energy and be a super happy and lively kid when he was around. And then they lost him because of the complications of his illnesses and ailments that he had. And so this was one of their family members. I didn't know that he was a family member. And this explained why he was sending me images and pictures of the family. And this is what he remembered from his lifetime there with them, just in general. It was a very emotional thing for the parent and the sister, who were both kind of connected to him in a very deep and strong way. And so I had them aid me in crossing him over and asked him to give us a sign when he left. And so as we open the light for him, Cyrus opens the light and he goes into the light. You see him grow into the age that he would be at this particular time and age. And he developed a voice and he said goodbye. And so he walks into the light and says that he will be back to check on them as he always has. So it was very deep and very emotional for everyone who was involved at that point. So we have to continue to go through, and there's the younger kids' room that I hadn't got to check yet. So I go through into the younger kids' room, and all I see is all of these little straggly lines, like against the wall, like lots of them and lots of them and lots of them. And what this was, after I got into it, was residual energy. And this was the energy that the kid was leaving behind when he was there playing with them. The way he would zip back and forth would generate energy that kind of felt hectic to people who couldn't handle a high frequency at all times, and just having flat energy and then a bunch of energy, flat energy and a bunch of energy. And that's kind of what I was feeling. So the kids wouldn't be able to quite sleep at night because that energy would keep them up. They would end up being hyper while they're in the crib. And so we decided to go ahead and clear all of that out. So we used a little bit of holy water, a little bit of energy work to wash down the walls and get rid of some of the residual energy inside of that room. And so after we cleared that out, we had one last major thing, which was in the grandmother's room. And the grandmother, of course. So we go into the grandmother's room and decide that we need to clear it out. And so I call in my guides to help me clear out the energy inside the room. And as we're clearing, I'm hitting it with lots and lots of energy, and it won't budge, like it won't move. Like it almost kind of just looked at me like, is that all you got? And so I was like, Cyrus, so what's going on? Why won't it move? Like, why? Like, what is going on? This never happens. And he says, because he can't move. He's bound there. And I was asking, I was like, okay, so what's binding him? And he said, go get the grandmother. So I go and I get the grandmother, and we search her energy field. And 12 years ago, she had been cursed by a lady who was envious over a man, in fact. Which was interesting because the grandmother didn't end up with the guy that she got cursed for getting. Her and a mutual friend showed an interest in someone, and this person chose her over them. And so she decided to consciously cast a negative entity to her to ruin their relationship and her life. The relationship only lasted 2 years with the guy that she was with, but her health had continuously declined up until this point to where she was hermiting inside of her house. And so it got so bad that she ended up moving in with her daughter. And this is when most of the paranormal activity started happening at the house that I was clearing. And so we had to work on the grandmother. First things first, we had to do what we call a banishment, which is to undo the magic and to ground the energy that had been affecting her for so long. And so we had to take her out and prepare her for a banishment ritual, which is interesting all on its own. We set her down and began to do the ritual, and she feels the energy just going all over her. She begins to feel energy almost kind of like a hot flash, like heat waves kind of rolling through her. And she was asking, is everything okay? Is this normal? I was like, you're not sick. You're not having a heart attack. Just believe me. Just let it work. Let it work. And the rest of her family was kind of surrounding her just out of support, making sure she's okay. And as we finish, you feel an energy just swoosh through the whole room, almost like it just ran. So you feel it just shoot out of the room. And she's wobbly and she can barely stand. And so we have her sit down and we give her some water. And I tell her, okay, so look, we had to kill it. We had to knock it out first because it was bound to you. So it was stuck to you. Okay, now let's go back to that wall and see if we can't get rid of it. So of course, when I walk back in the room, I'm a lot more confident this time. Like, okay, let's try this again, buddy. And so he just he's on the wall saying, you can't remove me. You don't have the power. You don't have dominion over me. And so I begin to blast him with the energy again and start to remove him. And this time they simply just asked me to call on the energy of my guides. And as I do that, it's very interesting because the way I see it is there's energy coming out, blasting against the wall. And this mass just starts to slowly disintegrate, kind of like ash, like off the wall. It just starts to go piece by piece by piece by piece. And we start to push and push and push. And I look up and I see Cyrus. And the moment that I see him, it just goes whoosh and just kind of disintegrates. It was very interesting because the whole atmosphere of the house changed the moment that energy just went boom. It was very moving for the grandmother. It was very moving even for me because it had a way of getting a hold on people and controlling you mentally. And that's kind of how it fed on energies. And it was very nice to see it kind of being moved out and feel the energy raise in the entire house. And so after that, I took everyone into the living room and I just did a quick clearing and a blessing over them just to seal in their energy and for that to just encompass them. And it's very nice for them to be able to feel their own energies, not influenced by anything else. As I disintegrated him, the energy that was in the hallway when you first walk in was removed. And so there was no more pressure when you walk through the front door. There was no more random energies just pushing and fighting against you. So it was very interesting. I'm still in contact with that family, and I invited them to kind of come out and experience the hands-on healing that we provide at the Healing Hands every week on Wednesday nights. We do just an open healing to anyone who needs it. It's free and it's open to the public. There are lots of Reiki masters who are there. Share my passion for healing and helping people. So it was very nice and it was very moving just to see that make the difference for everyone. And so we always offer a blessing, like at the end of all of our clearings. And it's very powerful. It's very simple, but it blesses people. It gives them protection, and it just kind of opens up their pathway to the divine. Okay, so Cyrus is saying, for everyone that is listening, we are going to go ahead and send out a blessing now. The only thing you have to do is just be open to receive it. And so I'm simply going to repeat the blessing, and then we'll send the energy out to you guys. You'll feel it kind of coming in through your crown. So I'm just going to let him take over for just a few minutes, and then he will begin saying the blessing when he's ready. Thank you all for attending and coming out. We send you love and light. We bless you with infinite love and light. We protect you in angelic light. We bless you with purified source energy. We bless you with infinite love and light. We protect you in angelic light. We bless you with purified source energy. We bless you with infinite love and light. We protect you in angelic light. We bless you with purified source energy. Thank you for all for attending and being a portion of this healing circle. Okay, perfect. That's the blessing that he likes to send out to everyone. You can usually kind of feel that. You'll feel a little bit of tingling kind of going through you. So he just wanted to provide that and to let you guys know that all of your guides are always within touch and within reach. So at any time that you need help, feel free to simply reach out.
Thank you, Cyrus.
Thank you very much.
Very
I had to come back
tingly.
for the story. I had to come back for the story.
Thank you, Justin.
That was amazing.
Yeah, very cool. Thank you.
All right, so to wrap it up, I don't know how I can't follow that. So I should just have Cyrus pick up. Well, I guess Cyrus is gonna pick a name from someone today. Thank you everyone for coming. Be sure to like our Facebook and our Instagram and not Instagram. Yeah, I think it's just Facebook and subscribe. Reach out to Justin if you want to, for more info, if you want to attend. I suggested attending. It was a great time. I went last time. And the name today is Elizabeth M. So Elizabeth, be sure to either the Facebook page or the Partnership of Living Spiritual Guides, lsg@gmail.com. You won something from your guide. Your guides will pick up something from Justin's Holistic Shop and he'll send it to you. So I need you to send us your address so you can get that. And again, today we had Pam and Sylvia.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Thank you very much.
We had Liz,
Thank you, everybody.
Cyrus and Justin,
Thank you, guys.
and we had Mark.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you, everyone. I'm Roxy. Taylor will probably be back in the next one. I know I have big shoes to fill. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
You
you.
did amazing.